Hello, hello. I believe so. I could be wrong though. Yeah.
We are living.
Hello.
Hello. That's my hello every time when I'm by myself.
I know, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I don't know if our chat's working.
Is this a ploy to get people to say something?
No.
Oh.
I just don't know if it's working.
Oh, like the chat on the screen.
Yeah. Should be it. Truffle scene 2. Refresh. Cache of current page. Huh. Yeah. We
Is
may not have it today.
anybody out there?
Very weird. Very weird. Testing. Hello.
Hi,
hello,
Erica.
hello.
Testing.
Oh, here the music's not on. Let's put that on.
Erica, I had David listen to your messages yesterday.
I totally forgot.
This is not that video. I mean, it could be.
Yeah, it could be if we wanted it to be.
We can do whatever we want to do. We're the boss of us.
I didn't even really think about that. Well, I do want to talk about this. I think we can do that. All right.
Cool. Thanks for testing our
Very
chat.
cool. I know. Thank you. Our little chatbot's broken. I don't know why. It's
okay.
It's a truffle thing. I can figure it out another time, but I don't think we'll have it today. Okay, so there are a few things I want to talk about. I guess we can talk about the Jehovah's Witness piece too. Hi, Emily.
Hello, Emily.
Hello. Welcome in. But I do want to talk about 3 phases of the intuitive journey, just briefly.
Okay.
So I've been working on simplifying the second paradigm. And I'm turning the music off, actually. Time for serious. It's time to get serious. So I've been working on simplifying the second paradigm. And the place I'm landing is actually very cool because it's essentially just all the language we already use. But it's taking the levels of clearance, which is our core model, and it's transitioning it into, I guess, our updated language. And the place where I ended up landing was the 3 phases of the intuitive journey. So I'm excited for this because it makes more sense from the very beginning. Like, I think for people who have been around for a long time, they've watched the levels of clearance and our whole model grow over time, and we kind of been building out where this journey goes. And we landed in this place that we called eternal peace. But teaching the model from the beginning with all of the language that was there is tough. You don't really use the model. Like, hey, Ben, good to see you.
Hi, Ben.
You do, and you reference elements of it, but you don't use any of the names.
No, because I can't remember them.
Exactly. And if you can't remember them, and I can hardly remember them, it's not great language. So what I want to do is I want to go through and I want to update all of this language. And the place where I'm landing is the 3 phases of the intuitive journey, the name of this live. And those 3 phases are very simple. It's the first paradigm, the call, and the second paradigm.
Perfect.
So
That's
easy.
Great.
So easy. I know, it's the language that we already use all the time. But within these 3 major phases, there are the 12 stages. And these 12 stages are big milestones in the spiritual journey in the transition from the first paradigm, which is very like rule set and obligation based. The first paradigm essentially says if you do these things in life, you will fulfill all of your obligations, you'll be taken care of, and you'll get what you want. The second paradigm is the paradigm of intuition. And everything in the middle is the call. And that's that thing within us that's compelling us to go on this weird journey where we don't know where it goes, to trust and follow our intuition. So I'm starting to rename some of the stages from things like direct access to just intuitive access, just much simpler, or from etheric education to just spirituality, or from obligatory survival-based action to obligation. I think it's simplifying things a lot.
A brainiac over here.
So I think as it stands right now, there's still the core 3 of the first paradigm, what makes it tick. And what makes the first paradigm tick is, first off, obligation. And that's the first stage of this whole journey. And that's where essentially most people are, where you're doing everything from a place of obligation based on rule sets. So here's what I need to do to be a good person. Here's what I need to do to get by. Here's what I need to do to operate in society. And really all of the rule sets around us are telling us exactly who we need to be, and we're following them to a T. At some point, there's the realization that we can build a life of our preference. And that's actually a really big personal development, self-help realization that people have. But that's where you move into material desire or emotional desire. And you end up chasing those all the way to their bitter end, which is essentially a midlife crisis. And that midlife crisis stage, we just called resignation, where you're kind of resigning yourself. It's like resignation, like you're resigning from the first paradigm, but also there's like a sigh of resignation, which I think the dictionary definition, I was looking it up, is accepting things that are very hard to accept, but inevitable. And that kind of sums up that feeling of, hey, Danny, that sums up that feeling of there has to be more to life than this. So it's that kind of midlife crisis feeling. From that resignation, it goes into scope, where you're just learning as much as possible. You're essentially seeing the world around you for the first time as it really is, outside of just what you need to do to survive or to get what you want. There's scope, and then legacy is inevitably where you go from there, where you learn more about the world, and then you go, well, I got to help. Legacy into spirituality. And spirituality, we used to call it etheric education. Spirituality is kind of mainstream spirituality, and that's where you're exploring and you're realizing that there is more to physical existence. All of this is just driving to intuitive access. And I think ultimately that's the thing that we're being called to in the first place, is intuitive access. And from here, there are a few more stages. There's intuitive access into intuitive trust, where you're trusting actually your intuition. It's not just I have access to this, but I'm going to trust and I'm going to make essentially 95% of my decisions from my intuition. Intuitive trust only goes so far, because there's that kind of 5% of us that doesn't fully get on board when things get hard. So beyond intuitive trust, we have to build intuitive solidity. And once we build intuitive solidity, we're able to be solid in our intuition and trust it essentially 100% of our lives. We then move into self-recognition and eternal peace, which are the names that they have been. But I think it simplifies things a lot. So I'm excited to, use the new language, but to build things out. And I feel like the second paradigm is going in this direction where everything's getting very simplified, and it's going to be a lot easier to teach. And I think, honestly, it's going to be a lot easier to understand, which is ultimately the main point. Because I understand the levels of clearance and the model, and it tracks and it makes sense. And I think of the world and of evolution, especially spiritual and intuitive evolution, in this way. But it's not easy to teach obligatory survival-based action into material and emotional-based action, into self-acceptance, and then into
I'm already zoning out.
Global education, impact-driven action, etheric education, direct access, anchored being, and essential radiance. Those words essentially mean nothing. They mean things to us because we've been using that language for a long time. But yeah, you're already zoning out because the words, they're not simple enough. It becomes like a kind of a brainy model, which I love. But there are much simpler words to use. So I think that's where things are going. And I think it's going to spill over into just about everything. I think I
prefer inner solidity over intuitive solidity.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you like intuitive access and intuitive trust?
Intuitive access, yes.
Yeah. I know intuitive trust could use some work, maybe. I know. I do like the 3 phases of the intuitive journey. I was thinking, right, like the 12 milestones of the spiritual journey, like the 12 realizations of light was another name that which I think is actually pretty damn cool. The 12 realizations of light. I like that a lot. But it's like, yeah, I want to find language that's simple and that actually captures it. And it's still a work in progress. But that's kind of where I'm at now. And I think that's where things are going, which I'm excited about.
That's cool. Very cool. Hello, hello.
Hello. So yeah, I actually don't know that I have much more beyond that. I just wanted to run through that piece.
Oh.
But I think there's some things that we can do today. Oh my God, wait, maybe the chat.
Is it working? Oh, Danny's is up there.
Oh, maybe it finally booted up. It must have taken a while.
Okay.
So now if you guys comment, it will be on screen. Be careful.
Forever. Forever and ever. Okay, now are you going to talk about the Jehovah's Witness stuff?
I can. It's a lot. And I feel like it's a little bit heavy for me. But yeah, we can go that route. We can totally go that route. Do you have a prompt? Questions?
Help. That's the prompt.
That's the prompt.
No, I don't have a prompt.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Just like, can you make sense of that, of you leaving the religion, what the religion did for you, what it didn't do for you?
Sure.
Like where you find yourself today.
Yeah.
How do you make sense of it?
Sure.
Or just even religion in general, but I think specifically, well, since you were a Jehovah.
Specifically my background.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me think about it. I guess I'll just start. I mean, at the beginning, I was born into the religion. My parents converted. My mom was from Japan and moved to America after she married my dad, who was an Army guy, and they moved to Tucson, Arizona, to be by the Air Force Base. And then my mom answered the door, and there were Jehovah's Witnesses there, and she converted, and then my dad converted, and that was when my brother was 1. He was 12 years older than me. So 11 years before I was born, my parents were Jehovah's Witnesses. So I was born into it. I was baptized as one of Jehovah's Witnesses at, I think I was 13. Yeah, because my pictures just looked weird. It's that awkward middle school stage.
13.
At a, I forget if they're called circuit conventions or district conventions, but it was at one of the big conventions down at like the convention center in Tucson. So I got baptized at the front of it was probably 8,000 people. It was during lunch.
During lunch?
Yeah, so they would take the lunch break and then everyone would get baptized. It wasn't like everyone's watching. It was like, all right, everyone, we're going to break for lunch and now we're going to baptize these kids. Essentially what it was more like.
Funny.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough for me because my dad's still a Jehovah's Witness and I love my dad and I don't think his life is wrong. Like, I appreciate that he has a community. I appreciate that he believes in God and that his entire life is centered around some form of service. And I think that configuration of his life works really well. And I can't see him not being a Jehovah's Witness. If he weren't to be, it would ruin his entire life because of the way that Jehovah's Witnesses kind of structure their whole thing. Yeah, I mean, I feel fine with him being in it. But at the same time, that's the biggest gap between me and him and why we could never have a real relationship, like where we talk on the phone and where I tell him what's happening in my life, is because he is a Jehovah's Witness and because I'm not. So when you leave the religion, there's kind of for me, it was disassociation. I might have been disfellowship, but I wasn't there. I never went to a meeting or talked to anyone. But my dad found out that I had sex when I was 16. With my high school girlfriend, but he found that out when I was probably 18 or 19, because I wrote a religion paper in high school about all of it, and I was like, well, I had sex when I was 16, which is against my religion, and I think I'm still trying to find my way to God. But he thought I was a Jehovah's Witness, so he found my religion 101 paper, and then
on the printer.
Yeah, and this was after my mom died in 2011. And it was on the printer. I printed it to the printer, and he was sitting right next to the printer. So yeah, that sucked. But then he was going to get remarried, so he gave me some money, and was basically like, "Good luck. I think you should get a place." So that's kind of how that went down. Looking back, my experience overall.
Wait. I feel like you skipped a bunch of things.
I'm sure I did. Yeah, I'm trying to kind of go brief. But do you think there are things that are important?
I think your mom passing away is pivotal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think it was the sex in the religion paper. Religion
Well,
101
I guess
paper.
I'm thinking about it with my relationship with my dad, but yeah, I mean, my mom was sick my entire life. She was bedridden from the time that I guess it was during her pregnancy with me. She was still fine, and then I think she slipped and fell in the foothills, which are like the kind of up north in Tucson, the like wealthier part of town, where she was out preaching, and then I think she bled a bunch, and then her adrenals crashed, so she had chronic fatigue, so she was basically bedridden my entire life. But she would listen in on the phones and whatnot, and she would still study the religion a lot, and she was still very much in it. Um, so she was bummed when I mean, they found out I had a girlfriend when I was 16, but they didn't think I was doing anything, or they didn't know that I wasn't really in the religion anymore. But yeah, when she passed away in 2011, that was a very pivotal moment in my life. I mean, that kind of changed everything, because I went on a 4,200-mile road trip with my brother and spread our ashes from New York City up into Canada and down kind of the East Coast. We did like 40 different places. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's kind of wild. I don't know that I would do that again from an adult perspective, but as a kid, I thought it was fine. And, it was my brother's idea, and it was good because it got me out of the house, and I met a bunch of entrepreneurs, and we traveled, and then the year after that, we went on a 12,000-mile road trip called Summer to Serve, and we raised money, and we did volunteer work in 40 different cities around the nation. That was cool. And I met a bunch of entrepreneurs, and that sparked me starting my own business. I was a dating and relationships coach. I started my first business called How to Get Girls in College. I wasn't good at it, but I knew the pickup stuff and social dynamics, and I could help dudes. So I started a business that didn't really go anywhere at all. And then I internship for a company called Inner Gladiator with my friend Max from Boulder. And then we became partners and started a new company called Dating for Entrepreneurs. So yeah, my mom passing away and kind of coming out of my brother's wing, that was a really big time in my life, for sure. That was my exit from the religion. And during that time, I was slowly working my way into some form of atheism.
But why did you leave?
Yeah, I mean, I left slowly and progressively, and I left mostly because of the restrictions on my life. Like as a teenager, I fragmented into so many different people, because the social consequences of being a Jehovah's Witness and not doing everything exactly as they say is right, the social consequences are high. They're brutally high. You lose everything. You lose your entire community. You lose everything. And there's no real biblical guidance, as far as I'm concerned, for that to make sense. I think it's literally just a shame mechanism to keep people in. And there's some bit of isolation in it, where, because the risks are so high, you kind of have to isolate yourself from everyone else. There's us versus them. Like, we called people worldly people my entire life. So it was, us, we were in the truth. They call it the truth. And it was us versus everyone else. And everyone else was worldly, and they were all going to die. And that, I think, looking back, like, why I left is very different to why I would never go back. Why I left was because I was a kid and I wanted to be a kid, and I couldn't be a kid. I couldn't play any sports. I couldn't have any after school activities. I couldn't have friends outside of the religion. I couldn't hang out with anyone. I couldn't do after school activities. I already said that twice, but it really hurt, so I'm saying it twice.
Yeah, but you know what? You do have a redeeming story in there.
What's my redeeming story?
About at recess.
Well, yeah, I mean, at recess, I was a soccer captain, and I was like the most popular kid until third grade. Yeah, but then I tested into the Gifted and Talented Education Program, which is a CIA recruitment, and then they gave me a bunch of fluoride, and then I got really sad.
Glasses, and then you got glasses.
I wore glasses, and then I got fat, and then I was the dumbest. I was in the 30 smartest kids in my city, so I moved to a new school, but I was the dumbest kid out of the 30, so then I just felt retarded, and I carried that with me for the rest of my life. I still have it. I still feel retarded in some ways. It built a psychological misery pool. But yeah, so I did have some redeeming qualities in elementary school. but that was just during recess, right? Like I couldn't, I
Yeah.
remember the first time I realized that I was different was it was first grade and I wanted to run track because my best friend Brandon wanted to run track and he got some new shoes and he was showing me his shoes and I was like, oh my God, I want to run
Does he
track.
run really fast in his new shoes?
Probably. He's probably going lightning fast.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing the long jump and like the, 100-meter dash and all those things. And I was fast. I was soccer captain. I was athletic. I was not really. I was just popular and thought I could do anything.
Long legs too.
Long legs. I was tall. Not quite tall yet. I was actually shorter. I was pretty short actually until I hit high school. I was more Asian sized. But where's I going with that? That was the first time I realized I was different and that I couldn't be a regular kid was first grade. Because my dad told me, well, we're Jehovah's Witnesses, so you can't do any after school activities. You can't really have friends. I don't know exactly how he described it to me. And I don't know what language he would have used to talk to a 6-year-old. But the kind of through line was you can't really have friends, be friends with these people because we're Jehovah's Witnesses.
And they're all going to die?
It's not that, yeah, he definitely didn't say that. He definitely didn't say that. But yeah, I mean, I would read stories about how everyone was going to die. I would look at these pictures of like fiery Armageddon and the way that the world was portrayed. It's always strippers and pimps and like money and guns. It's always like illustrations of like strippers and pimps and money and guns like this and drugs, like needles. It's always all these pictures. And I'm a kid and I'm just looking at all this like, oh, that's what the world is. And then soon everyone's going to die. It's like fiery Armageddon. People are screaming and dying. Pick illustrations of that. And then Paradise Earth where people are riding lions. That's always like, that's what I thought the world was. And for me, even though that's not the reason why I left, that's the reason why I would never go back, is because I fundamentally disagree with the worldview. I don't think that's actually what the Bible says. And even if that were what the Bible says, I think the Bible's corrupted. And I don't think it's a accurate source of what's happening in reality. And I don't think that those things are physically possible. I don't think that we're going to a fiery Armageddon that then will be in paradise and will live forever in perfect human bodies. I don't think we'll be restored to that as humanity.
To age 25?
Restored to age 25. I don't think my mom's going to be
I was blacked out
physically
still,
resurrected onto the earth. Like there's all of these like promises from the Bible, but to me it's an interpretation of the Bible that I just don't agree with. I don't. When I read the Bible, I get something very different from it. And there's elements of it where it's still hard for me to parse through, like what element of this is God and light and tracks with my intuition and is true, and what element of this is an effect of the Council of Nicaea and the centralized power of the Roman Catholic Church. How much was actually changed? Like I know the Bible says that it will never be changed, but I think it was changed. If I was in power, I would change the shit out of that book.
I mean, the fact that they're even called like King James Bible, that's an addition.
Yes.
Like that's weird.
Yes.
That's
so
weird.
there's lots of elements that's the reason why I won't go back, is because I don't believe the reality that they're trying to get me to believe in. I don't actually believe that's the truth. If I believed it was the truth, that would be the place I would go. But I don't believe that interpretation of the Bible is the truth. And since I don't believe that interpretation of the Bible is the truth, then I look at the organization and I go, ooh.
Well, right.
Oh.
You look at the founding guy.
Yeah, you look at Charles Taze Russell, who was a 33-degree Freemason who had the highest burial. His tombstone, where he lies to this day, is a 33-degree Mason, like big. What are those things called? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The big stone like mausoleum. So I don't know exactly what they're called, but yeah, he is the highest honor in the 33-degree Masons. So does the founder of the Mormon Church. Lots of those new religious movements that came out of America have ties with Freemasonry and with this kind of weird underlying cabal of power that shaped everything. And when I think about what is the purpose of having me believe that everyone's going to die and everyone's terrible, and then me go out and preach all of this, my perspective started to change on what the religion is. My perspective started to change a lot. And I think I started to come to the conclusion that the entity of Jehovah is not God, and that there is a real intelligence that these people are working with. I actually learned this recently, that the governing body, there are 12 people who run the entire organization, and all of the information comes through them and then is disseminated out through through everything else. They make all of the ideological decisions. I learned this very recently, that the way that they talk about it is that these 12 people are channels for God. I didn't know that. I'd never heard that growing up. I never heard that until I was talking to someone recently who left the religion. But I guess they're 12 channels for God, and they sit together and they make all of the decisions.
It's like classic dark hierarchy shit.
Yeah. So I do believe that they're interfacing with something. I don't believe that thing is God. When I feel into it, I start to get a little sick to my stomach. When I feel into what that energy was, and I feel the effect it had on my life, I start to get very sick to my stomach. There's other elements of things that I can kind of point to, that I used to point to, that I don't know if it's as compelling, but I mean, they're the second lowest per capita religion in the world. I think in the world,
Southern
but definitely in the United
Baptist.
States. There's Southern Baptists and then Jehovah's Witnesses. So there's a lot of like poverty consciousness, which is the way I used to think about it. But I think
it's not that.
It's not that. It's that I don't think you can be a Jehovah's Witness and be inside of that mindset fully and not end up chronically depressed, because everything around you is dark and is Satan, and the only hope is that everything is destroyed and wiped and everyone's killed. Like, there's that much dark. Everyone needs to be killed. And then it's just the Jehovah's Witnesses that are going to come and they're going to rebuild a whole new earth. I think it's very hard to engage with reality, to take life seriously. I think it's very hard to find hope. I think it's very hard to walk an intuitive path and to emerge as yourself and to bring something of value here. And ultimately, I believe that we're connected to God deeply, but that we have a mission here, like we have a purpose here. And that's incompatible with the idea that we are here and suffering, but if we follow all God's rules, then God's going to wipe everything out and make everything perfect, because nothing we do here matters if that's the case.
Right.
That means everything needs to go. So any sort of purpose that we would have within this system as it exists now can't exist. And I believe that inner purpose within me over the idea that everything, including me, is meaningless and it's all dark and we're sinners and everything is dark. I think most of the world I do agree is dark. And funny enough, I've kind of come full circle on that, where I do kind of believe we're in Satan's world. I wouldn't use the same words. I believe there's a dark hierarchy. There are actual non-physical beings and people interface with them, and that lots of the structures of our civilization are channeled essentially from these beings, and they're trying to prove that life is better without God. But
right.
Yeah, I don't know. I forget where I was going with that. There's a lot there. Mm-hmm. There's a lot there. Anything sticking out to you?
I was going to ask you, like, what do you believe? Like, or what did you start to believe? So you left the religion, and then you started to say you went into atheism.
Yeah, I left the religion, and I think I dabbled. First, I just believed nothing. I believed in myself. I believed in wealth. I believed in entering the world. And I think my first belief system was that people are inherently good. And that was new for me. As a Jehovah's Witness, I couldn't believe that. I believed that everyone was inherently bad and dark and terrible. And when I traveled around the country, I was like, this doesn't, like, these are worldly people. These are the people I'm supposed to be kind of afraid of. Like, I'm not supposed to hang out with any of them, but these are the nicest, smartest people I've ever met. And they're breaking free from lots of the things that are hard. Like they're building a life that seems to be better than the life that everyone around me in Tucson was building. Like, I don't just want to sit and work at Geico, which was, I swear, would have been my job. That was my trajectory. I don't want to just sit and work at Geico out of college. Like, I don't want to do this traditional path thing. All of these people are living a life that seems to be like, I mean, it's fantastic. So I think that kind of became my guiding force. It was kind of like going from a life of obligation into material and emotional desires. I wanted to feel good. I wanted to live a good life. I wanted to make my dream life. I did all of those journals, like any productivity or gratitude journal that you can imagine. Probably the top 10 on Amazon. I bought them and I loved them. Like, that's where I was. Then I did a bunch of drugs, and I went into spiritual community and everyone's doing DMT and ayahuasca and everyone's talking. I never did ayahuasca, did DMT once. And that kind of opened my mind and to this place where I realized that there's way more out there, like that it's real, you know? Like I never thought of Satan or God as beings, like intelligences, like not the way that I do now. They were just these kind of like these figures. And I would pray, and sometimes I would feel stuff as a kid. And I felt like I was praying to something. But I never felt darkness. And that was the time in my life where I felt darkness.
Yeah.
Which is what happens in spiritual community. You just bump up into a lot of darkness. That's what spiritual community is. It's just darkness. And I think that fucked me up because I couldn't just believe like, okay, well now we're doing this thing and I get to be happy now and I get to do whatever I want. That couldn't be my worldview anymore because I was like, oh, like I just got put through the ringer. Like this pocket of spirituality that these people are doing, like it kind of ruined me. Like I just felt like shit. I just was swarmed all the time, like just felt unstable. It was not a good chapter. So after I tasted darkness, the way that I got out of it was becoming an atheist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I had to disprove it.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I started to go and research the Jehovah's Witnesses more because I had to disprove that and look at like, you know, like you can look up. There's all sorts of people. Like Richard Collier has a book called The Christian Delusion. Richard Dawkins has the God Delusion. There are these books. There's one of the guys who was formerly on the governing body, one of the former channels for God, wrote a book called A Crisis of Conscience. And he talked about how the Jehovah's Witnesses, like how the governing body, like some of them would just be like half asleep, like they wouldn't really be taking anything seriously, like it wasn't the holy thing that everyone thought it was. And there was a lot of like sex crimes that were suppressed in the religion. And it was kind of like we have to handle this ourselves as an organization so that we're not persecuted kind of thing. I think that was the stance that they kind of took. So like someone would get raped by one of the elders or by someone, or like a kid would get touched or something, and they'd be like, well, you can't be an elder anymore and that's your punishment. And but there was, you know, they wouldn't take it to the authorities. It was never, everything was just kind of brushed under the rug. There's weirdly a lot of kind of sexual weird distortions and stuff. And I think a lot of Christianity, right? I mean, like obviously the Catholic Church and the priests and all of that. I think that psychology kind of breeds that to some degree because it's bad. And when it goes into bad, then it grows into shame, and that shame then fuels, you know, it's easy for darkness to click in and then kind of run you. Exactly. So I think that's kind of inevitable. But the fact that that's there's obviously it's not great if it's going to be the organization of God.
I know, it like doesn't feel like light at all.
Yeah. So yeah, I had to become an atheist, and then my channel opened while I was an atheist. Yeah, I told my friend who was hosting the retreat, I was like, yeah, I'm just kind of afraid of everything spiritual, but I'm glad I'm at this business retreat. And he's like, ooh, sorry to break it to you, but this is my business retreat, but I'm teaching everyone spirituality this time. Also, I'm in a channel, and we're going to bring in someone who's going to do a galactic contact meeting thing. She does it with executives. So we're doing that. And I was like, oh, okay. And then my channel blew the fuck open. And then I spent the next like 6 to 12 months just trying to disprove it. And I couldn't disprove it. And then I've been doing this ever since.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think that's why it's so nuanced, is because like I left because I was a kid, you know, and then I found my own way. And you know, there's this saying that they say all the time. They say like, make the truth your own. We used to sing it. There's a song, you know, make the truth your own, make it something.
There's also the other song.
There's lots of songs. There's many songs.
The dark days are here.
Yeah, men live in fear. Yeah, but the Bible foretold that sin would be. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. You know what's creepy is, well, first of all, this isn't the creepy part, but I was friends and roommates with his brother's ex-girlfriend, like several exes ago now at this point. But I don't know, we always thought it was funny. We'd like call each other the worldly girls.
Yeah.
Because we were like, we're the worldly girls.
That's true. That's true.
But then when you guys ever sang that song, The Dark Days Are Here, you both like clicked in to this like monotone, like depressed, like it was, we and her and I were just looking at each other and we were like, oh my God, like this is horrific.
Yeah.
And we were both like, we don't like this song. We don't like this song.
Yeah, and you're right, because it did click right back in.
Yeah, you guys both like zoned out and just sang the whole whole song. And we were so uncomfortable, but like also trying to be supportive.
Yes.
What did Emil say? Or that was somewhere else.
Yeah, in the community commented on the article.
Oh.
I posted something.
Doing his homework.
You know, it's funny. It's loosely linked to this, but I posted something in the community, a discussion on essentially having hope and finding hope again outside of the kind of false utopias that we used to have. Like, I think I used to have hope in building a huge business and making a lot of money and living the good life. And as I realized that wasn't as real as I thought it was, and what I would have to become and sell my soul in order to live that kind of weird cardboard cutout life, once that broke for me, I think hope has been kind of elusive. And
this wasn't your Geico gig, was it?
This wasn't my Geico gig.
Was that going to be the good life, or was the good life?
No, the good life was my coaching business. It was my coaching business.
Scaling.
I mean, I was doing okay.
Business.
I was doing okay because we had 5 guys in my first partnership with that guy. We had 5 guys who paid us $5,000 to run a retreat in San Diego. I had coaching clients. I think I was at like $5,200 a month or something like that, and I was trying to scale to 2,500. Or 25,000. Sorry, 25,000 a month.
You're trying to scale down.
Yeah, I was trying to scale that, which is closer to what happened. But then I went probably like $20,000 into debt for those coaches, and then I just realized it wasn't a good fit. And then obviously I already spent the money. I remember the second coach I got on, he was like, I'm willing. He's like, well, what do you have on your credit cards? We were talking about payments. He's like, what do you have on your credit card? And then I was like, I don't know, let me check. And he said, I'll never forget this. He goes, I'm willing to take every cent you have so I can help you.
No.
Yeah, I'm willing for you to max out your credit cards. I'm willing to take every cent that you have so that I can help you.
Wow. How generous.
Yeah, and he did. And he did. Yes, negative net worth ever since.
Oh my God, that is crazy.
So funny.
That's an awesome line.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, it seemed to work on me. It seemed to work. Yeah, I mean, I guess to wrap up the guy
that I thought was my arch nemesis for a while. Oh,
I guess to wrap up the Jehovah's Witness piece, I guess again, right, the reason why I left was because the lifestyle didn't work. And what I was kind of being called to internally was like, I wanted to go out into the world. I wanted to explore. I wanted to have my kind of like Amish year. I don't know you know what they call it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to have that.
When they flee the homestead.
Yeah. And then I never went back. But looking back, I believe wholeheartedly that religion is run by 12 men who interface with a dark being. And from that perspective, everything else about it makes sense. It makes sense why they need a degree of emotional blackmail to keep people in. It makes sense why there's no sense of a personal relationship with God whatsoever. Like, everyone in the world is reading the exact same paragraphs in the exact same pamphlets on the exact same day. And to me, there are no configurations of words and sentences that can make a message that is right for every person on the planet all at the same time. Like, my relationship with God and the guidance that I get is so personalized to my circumstances that if I could never trade this real-time personal connection to God for the same paragraphs that people are getting from 12 dudes all around the world. That for me, it immediately creates a sense of community. There's relief in it in some ways. I don't have to think about it. I feel like I'm doing the right thing. I feel like I'm getting closer to God. I feel like I'm taking all the right steps. There's a lot of social affirmation. You feel like you belong for the first time ever. but none of that makes that worth it. I can't go back to a rule-based spirituality because I don't believe that's how God actually works, and I don't think that's how light actually works. And the idea that light can be codified into a rule set is literally the paradigm of darkness. That's what darkness is trying to do. They're trying to create a standard of good that you don't need God anymore. If you just follow these rules, you don't need God anymore. If you follow these guidelines or these 7 steps to success, or if you follow this moral code, you don't need God. Don't go ask God what to do. Ask us what to do. And any organization that says that that is light, to me, is a very obvious beacon of darkness. So that's why I would never go back.
Wow.
Even though it cost me my relationship with my dad to this day. Still, that's not enough. That's not enough. I love my dad. I'll always shower him in praise every time he reaches out once a year for the memorial. Every single time. He doesn't talk to me any other days. We talk every single end of March, every year. And it's been like that for years.
It's a day of texting and
It's
pictures.
the day of texting and pictures, and we have little conversations. He tells me his new health protocols. He tells me the little nerve endings.
He actually inspired me to get these glasses.
Yeah. He does all these health protocols. He wakes up in the morning and suns his eyeballs, and then goes out at night to look at the moons. So tells his body to reset his circadian rhythm. He's almost fully vegetarian now, but he eats fish for the omega-3s. Like, he's deep in the health pocket, and he's honestly one of the kindest men I've ever met. I aspire to be him in character. Like, I really, really love and respect my dad. The fact that he stayed with my mom through my entire life for 17 years when she was chronically ill, took care of everything. That takes a very special man to stay in that based on his moral code, because he was a Jehovah's Witness. The divorce isn't a thing. And I think even if he wasn't in the religion, he still would have stayed and he would have taken care of her. She didn't show him really much love, much affection. She was pretty nasty, certainly at times, mostly because of the illness. And she was a good person, but just took a big toll on her psychologically. I aspire to be like my dad, but I see my dad as being kind of irreversibly trapped, and there's nothing I can do to get him out of it. I know that, and there's nothing I would want to do to get him out of it. I have to love him from a distance and talk to him once a year and shower him in as much praise as possible, because my brother and him have a terrible relationship. I try to make up for my brother's relationship with my dad by just telling him constantly, you didn't fuck up. I think you're a great dad. I wouldn't be the person I am without you. I tell him every single year. But that's as far as it can go. And even given that, I could never go back. And I know that.
Wow.
So.
Oh, yeah. So I hope that answered your question.
Yeah.
We met someone when we were at the police station getting our license to carry permits, concealed carry. And he was like, I don't know, he asked for my social media. Well, David was like, well, Miriam's more on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh no. I was like, but I'm kind of controversial. And then he's like, oh, that's fine. I just left a cult. And I was like, oh, him too. Which one? And he's like, Jehovah's Witness. And I was like, oh my God, you don't have any residue on you. And he was like,
yeah, because you can spot a Jehovah's Witness a mile away. The energetics all the same. The same.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was bright in the eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. It was cool. But he was the one that then we later met up with and went out to like breakfast or lunch or something, met him at one of our favorite cafes, and then talked forever.
Yeah.
And
about everything. I was like, yeah, I'm a channel. And he's like, yeah, I believe you're having that experience. But I would worry. And I was like, that it's demons. He's like, yeah, definitely. I was like, yeah, I get it, man. I get it. I 100% get it.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Yeah, he ended up leaving and his uncle left. I think his whole family ended up leaving.
Yeah.
By the sounds of it.
Except for his sister who's still in it and has no relationship with, and she has kids, and she won't let the grandparents see the kids. That's standard.
And she's in an abusive relationship with a narcissistic husband. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. I was like, well, she's going to have to leave them both at the same time, essentially, because it's the same energetic. Whatever's coming through him is the same thing coming through the religion.
Yeah.
And if she sees one as good, the other one obviously is just as good. It doesn't faze her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's wild. But that was a cool experience. And it was so cool to just be so radically honest and tell him what we're up to and where we stand. And we gave him a copy of our magazine. And David was actually saying he can help. David could help him too if he wants to publish a magazine.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, in my atheist business, in my atheist stage, I started a marketing business. So I learned to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
He's a realtor.
Yep.
He's like, I've been needing someone to. I was like, sure, I can help.
Mm-hmm.
And see, I was like, honestly, you probably don't want to build what you're saying you want to build, though. You probably want to build something physical and hand them out. Like, look, like take this and do this.
And he was like, oh, he like loved it. He's like, yes, this is exactly it.
Yeah, the digital is too saturated for stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's cool. It was cool to just be so ourselves too. Like, I don't know. It was just, it was like, there's always like a tempering, I think, or used to be like a tempering when we go out and talk to people and like meet people, because you're kind of like sussing them out. Like, okay, are they like, did they get all the jobs? Like, where are we at? You know, there's like this like trying to figure out like, are we like, let's go Brandon, or like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Yeah. There's always just, and there's so many layers to it. Like a let's go Brandon shirt means like nothing, you know?
Yeah.
But then to just be so radically ourselves, and that's what
Yeah, that was a big turning point for us.
Yeah.
Because that week we just kind of decided we're like, yeah, we can't play games. Like we just have to be us 100%. And if there's anyone left, great. And if there's not, great. Like we're just, we got to keep going. We can't make friends by compromising.
Right. Because I could feel that like wanting to happen, like even with our neighbors. Like I was like omitting different pieces of conversation because I'm like, but now I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to fucking get the vaccine. Are you fucking kidding me? And I said something about like nanotechnology, and I was like, it's already in us. And then the guy was like, well, why? Because the vaccines? And he was like kind of being sarcastic. And I was like, well, not only that, but they're spraying us all the time. Like it's just fucking everywhere, like smart dust galore. And like, I wouldn't normally talk like that in that kind of setting.
Yeah.
With knowing what or thinking I understand his worldview.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. Well, he's an engineer and into robotics and loves NASA and space and science, and he's an atheist.
Yeah.
So
I think he was trying to get a job with DARPA too, something like that, right? Yeah, there's elements of all that. Okay, Erica says thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's like a pretty big origin story.
Yeah, it's so densely packed. Yeah. I started to write my because I was answering the questions for the discussion too. So I was kind of writing back on chapters of my life and whatnot. And 10 years ago, you know, I think I just dropped out of college.
The discussion that you put in the community.
The discussion I put in the community. Yeah, essentially like where were you 10 years ago, and then where are you now, and comparing and contrasting that, and essentially seeing yourself for your intuitive growth, which are things that don't get measured very often.
Right.
We don't really have a good inner metric to measure our intuitive growth. So just reflecting on it. But I was writing about that chapter of my life, and recently I did the same thing, but like for like 6 or 7 hours, trying to just put together that whole chapter of my life, because from the moment I dropped out of college, and really from when my mom passed away, because those 2 road trips, like I can't, even if those 2 road trips were the simplest chapter of my life. Like the 4,200 mile and the 12,000 mile, meeting like fucking thousands of people. My network blew up at all these entrepreneurs, real contacts, all these people building all these businesses all around the country. That was like still simple and I could keep track. But then moving to spiritual community and starting these businesses, and like the things were moving so fast. And I went back in my calendar, and I had like 4 or 5 calls a day. I also was doing sales for another guy for his program. It was like Jedi training camp or something. I was selling his program. So I had like 4 or 5 calls there. I had all of my clients,
Sounds crazy.
And I was also on these coaching calls to then build my business. And then I had to get on all of these sales calls for my own business. Like, it was packed. And it's just kind of all a blur. Kind of all a blur. So I was trying to go through and tease it all apart. Fuck. So much happened. But yeah, you're right. Even just going back to the main origin story. Yeah, I've had a pretty crazy life. I've been a lot of people very quickly.
I know. That's another thing I wanted to talk about in all of this is I think like we're often guided to explore these pockets more times than not. I find in my own experience and when I am observing / judging other people, I notice that they too are guided into working with someone or like getting into some sort of, I don't know, like political affiliation or some sort of stance.
Yeah, we'd call it a pocket of the collective.
Yes. I think that we're guided into those things and we often think we're going to stay there forever. And we think like, oh, this is it. This is where I belong. Yeah,
but often we get guided to those things so we can see it clearly.
Exactly. And then we're guided right the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
And it's really uncomfortable. But once you know or have some, I don't know, acceptance that could happen. Like this isn't your forever friend group. This is for you to see clearly. Because you're going to be talking about this sector, this pocket of the collective at some point.
Yeah.
So you need to be fully immersed in it. And if it blows up and you're guided out of it, you need to trust that guidance. I mean, that's happened so many times. So many times. Like, I could see all the people I could play and be. Like, I can see I don't even care about Trump, but maybe it's just an easy one to go to. But it's easy to you saw the people downtown like picketing or with the Trump signs. It's like, oh, I could have been there, I could. Yep. But then I couldn't also know everything I know about the world and have continued growing beyond 2020.
Yeah.
Like you have to get stuck in time in order to stay in those pockets.
Yeah, because I think that's the thing, right? Is we're as intuitive people, we feel out of place and we think that if we just keep seeking, eventually we'll find a community. Doesn't happen. I think the realization that we all come to inevitably at the end of that long, painful journey of moving from pocket of the collective to pocket of the collective to pocket of the collective, never fully fitting in, is that we're actually different.
Right.
And that the world is dark.
Yeah.
Like those together, we're actually different and the world is dark, and we value our connection to God, and God isn't really here in the systems. There's no God community, even in the church, in any church. There's no actual God community. There are rule sets based on things that maybe God told other people a long time ago. There's plenty of those, but it's questionable. And when it conflicts with our own knowing, they don't prioritize the knowing, they prioritize the book, or they prioritize the dogma. And it's not just religion, because there are religions of politics and there are religions of there's the truth of religion. There are things that you're supposed to believe and supposed to say, and when you deviate from that, even when you believe it deeply and you feel like there's something wrong there, you can't trust yourself over the rule sets and still fit in.
Right.
You have to give in. There's always a compromise in those communities. And at some point, as an intuitive person, we have to choose whether we're going to choose the community or whether we're going to choose our intuition and our deepest knowing. And ultimately, if our intuition is our real-time personal connection to God, we're choosing these pockets of the world over God. We have to explore that at some point and ask ourselves whether we're willing to give up God for a thing that says it's God. And I come to the same conclusion every time. That's a dumb choice. Terrible decision. And it's never worked out once for me, and I've tried it dozens of times.
I know.
I lose myself.
It's so easy to.
Yeah. I end up at the same it's a long hallway and it dead ends, and I go, fuck. And I don't know where I am, and I don't know who I am, and I have to fucking stumble back through the darkness to get back to where I was before. Every time.
Yep. Yeah, very true.
All right. You want to play some dailies?
Yeah,
What do you
heck
think?
yeah, I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully Emil's here so he can help us.
Let's integrate.
Because Emil
Integration
knew answers
station.
from where? What were we playing? Time Guesser. He knew the location.
Yeah, Time Guesser. Time Guesser. He was good at spell checker too.
Oh, yeah.
He's a better speller than I am. He's a better speller than I am.
Dang it.
Okay, yeah, let's give it a try. Let's see. Oh, back at our setup. I dig this. I
know.
dig this.
It's cool.
We got our 4K lo-fi hip-hop beats 24/7 radio, no copyright, to sleep or study to. Welcome back.
Smooth jams. Oh, are they seeing all my messages?
No. I only have it on.
Oh, they're not even my messages, are they? I don't even know what's happening.
Those are my messages.
Oh.
But no. Okay, let's give it a try. Let's start with
Wordle. What word did we do last
Wordle.
time? It was a good one. Sneak?
Sneak. No. Like again or something?
No, we had an E and an A in it, I thought.
Anger. I think anger.
Oh, we did?
Last time.
You want to try it again?
We can. We're gonna start with anger. No, I don't want anger to be our word that we start with.
What's our word then?
I don't know. I still think we should do trust, even though it's a terrible word.
Oh,
and
I know. It's so dumb because it has 2 T's.
Yeah, but it is a U and an S. S is pretty common.
Yeah, but we can't waste a T. It's not worth it.
Okay.
What's another good word? Isn't sneak a good word? S-N-E-A-K.
Sure.
Sneak.
Okay, there's E and no.
No, there's an N.
Sorry, yeah, there's an N. No S, no E, no A, no K. So here's our remaining letters. I think you guys can see this, right? Let's
throw out your guesses.
I'll make this a little smaller so you can see the full keyboard here.
Throw them out. Throw them out.
Full keyboard. Okay.
Now you can do your trust if you want.
I do like TR.
Okay.
I would like an.
Trine? No, no E. It's trine.
Can we do like a? There's no, right? Can we add like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to just get more vowels in it.
Trail? You want to do trail? Oh wait, there's an A.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know where to start. I think just pick a new word so we can get some more letters.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I'm trying to do.
I know, but do it.
I bet I'm trying to pick. I don't have a word. I mean, do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. I don't know. Maybe like druid.
Oh, you got the R and D.
Oh, okay. So it's probably ND. Huh.
I don't know.
I think it's probably. So it's something R. Something. I think the N's probably here. Oh, but there's no UI, E, or A, right?
Trend?
Yeah, but there's no E.
Oh, trund.
Yeah.
No,
I think the N's there. Yeah, because where else would it be? NR doesn't make sense.
Is there an O?
Yeah, probably. Do you think it's probably like this?
Yeah, but what would that word be?
Trond.
I don't know.
Rond? W? No. Maybe the N isn't there, huh?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
What if it's... Oh, but not NR.
I know, right? But it doesn't really make sense here.
Mm-mm.
Right? So I think it does have to be... It's probably this, but that doesn't make sense. Let's see. Do we have any suggestions? I played this morning. Would that be cheating to give you clues?
Yeah, Danny, that would be cheating.
I'm glad you're playing dailies. That's awesome. It's pretty fun, huh?
That would totally be cheating. But tell us, are we close with the N? Crowd? Oh, but there's an N.
Let's try it though. Oh, but that's not going to give us anything.
It's going to give us a...
It's not going to give us really anything.
C-O-W.
It's just going to be R, yeah. Maybe O. That doesn't make sense.
Or nod?
Yeah, there's definitely not a... I don't think the N can be there. Oh.
O-round?
Crond. Are there any words that end with R-O-N-D? I don't think so, right? Like crond isn't a word.
Y-N-D? No. That's got to be a vowel.
Huh. I guess it's just R&D, right? Well, no, the N is in there. Prond. Is that a word? No.
Weird. It's easy when you know the answer, like Danny.
That's not a word.
Where's Emil? Is he busy doing
You are so close. I know, it seems like it. I mean, yeah, because it has to be that. You know, I guess it doesn't, right? But it probably is an O. Unless it's a Y. But that doesn't make sense.
Cry. Cried. Well, let's just pick another word so we can get a letter.
I know, but I don't. I guess just with an O in it.
Yeah. Plows.
Sure. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Now we know.
This is still hard, though. I'm still not getting it.
Grand. Frond. Frond. Like my last name. The H is silent. It's just Frond. Drond.
Grand? Like grand, but grand.
Welcome to the Grand Opry. No, that doesn't make sense. Some of that Zrond.
Frond?
Vrond. Brond.
What the heck?
Why is this so... It must be just like a... It must be a word that I'm not... Okay, well...
Okay, I don't... Trond?
Mrond. Mrond. Drond. Yond. Trond. It's definitely not Q. It's definitely not Z. Or X. Crond? Am I just crazy? This makes no sense to me.
I don't know that that's a word. But you can try it.
I don't think so either, but... And Grand
I was going to say, is it T? TR kind of goes together, don't they?
Yeah. Tron. No. Wait. Danny, just tell us. This is crazy.
No, don't tell us.
No?
We're so close. How?
Do you think we'll find it?
Yes. Here, you do the typing. Just keep typing. Do them all. Spam it.
Oh. Okay, because it could be... It could be like, we could use the O again or something. You know what I mean?
Try it.
Just, these aren't words.
That's why I'm saying spam it.
Like, that's not around.
Around. Try it.
No, because we already have the A. We already tried it.
Oh. I would just hit enter on all of them and see which one sticks.
Oh,
There.
like palm frond. I don't know. What is a frond?
Does it tell us what a frond is?
No, that's crazy. Hold on.
Frond meeting definition.
Oh yeah, a palm. I didn't know it was a palm frond.
A leaf or leaf-like part of a palm fern. Whatever.
That's the first thing I said was a palm frond.
Yeah,
but
you're right.
then I immediately doubted myself because it sounded wrong. Wow, that one was hard.
Yeah, it was.
That was unusually hard. What in the world?
Well, at least we got it before the end.
That's true.
All right.
Okay,
ready?
let's do mini crossword. Mini
Love
crossword.
this. Okay. Super tasty.
You kept saying it, David. Frond? Frond? Is it frond?
I know. Says the channel. He's always so
That's
good.
so funny. Okay. Oh, hold on. But we...
Make it, yeah, put us down there. Cool.
That's good.
All right. I think the first one across, I think, is yum.
Oh, yeah, that's the one, actually.
Okay.
Super tasty yum. April 1st victim fool. Option for streaming movie that might cost
Wait,
$3.
you skipped
Oh,
April
sorry.
1st.
Gag.
Jokes? No.
No, singular.
Oh.
Option for streaming movie that might cause, yeah, maybe. That might cost $3.99 rent.
Mm-hmm.
Sure thing. Disney movie with a starring voice role for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I have no idea.
He was in Moana.
Oh.
Super tasty.
Oh, I see.
April for 1. His statue can
Month.
be found around. This is MLK, right? DC's tidal basin. I don't know for sure, but ML is probably.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and this is month.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you're right. Ask nosy questions. Oh no, April 1st. Oh, prank.
Oh, yeah. Pry. 5 town.
On the house. Free.
Mm-hmm.
And then pry.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Oh,
Sorry.
crap.
Sorry. I just pressed the wrong letter.
Oh, 221. We could do better
Wow,
next
we're so
time.
good. We're so good.
No, that wasn't that great.
It wasn't terrible.
Well, I mean, we wasted a whole minute adjusting our screen.
Oh, I see.
When we had started, we were already a minute deep.
Oh, well, that's okay. I'll set up the screen better next time.
Okay. I'm keeping track because this matters.
Okay, well then let's do some contexto. If you guys don't know, contexto is, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Contexto, we have to guess words that have similar...
You'll see. You just have to get to the word.
Yep.
Through a series of other words.
There's basically a list of words, and it links certain words with other words, like park is close to slide, but park would not be close to work. So that's basically it. And you have to guess the word, and it'll tell you how close. It'll tell you how close it is. Where do you want to start?
Cinnamon.
2 ends.
Mm-hmm.
Cinnamon.
Okay.
Very far. Okay, so it has nothing to do with cinnamon. I usually go work, play, school, money, but it's probably not because it's play. Boy, you can call him out.
No, you're good.
Girl, play, playground. It's funny because what did I
Ball.
say at the beginning? Ball. Game.
Slide.
Slide.
Swing.
I think we're further. Play.
Soccer. Sport. Athlete.
Yeah, play. Here, let me sit back a little bit.
Okay.
Thank you. Play. Play. Like a game. Board. Chess. Checkers. Play. Board. Soccer. Goal. Girl. Was already guessed. Mom. Dad.
Kid.
Play.
Friends.
Did I already do school?
Yeah.
I think I already did friend.
Oh yeah. Oops.
Friend, boy.
Theater. You guys got any guesses? Throw them in the hat. Throw them in the chat.
Theater. Let's try like color. Like white, black, yellow, green, blue, sky, outside, sun.
Walk. Run.
Play. Not a game.
Computer. Oh, this is hard. We're usually better than this. Sometimes it can take a while.
Friend. Soccer board. Play. Laugh. Cry. Happy.
Child.
Here's a child.
Children.
I think it's the same.
Coffee. Store.
Mm-hmm.
Building. Grass. Stadium. Road. Traffic. Car. Dang it. Emily.
Foosball field. Foosball.
What about ball?
Foos.
Those are good ones.
Court. Tennis. Football. Ooh. Football. Soccer. Basketball. Okay, so let's
League.
say football. That's a good one. Getting closer. Tournament.
Golf. Jersey. League. Oh, league's a good one. Trophy. Ooh. Team. Teamwork.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Work, play, coach, league, team.
You did athlete already, right?
NCAA. Hockey.
Squad.
Yeah, league. SQAD.
Oh, she's not.
So maybe it's like another
She's
word
good.
for team.
Uh-huh.
Companionship. 24,976. That's like the words I use to describe the levels of clearance.
And I'm like, squad.
Yeah, like, let's use squad. That's much better.
Posse.
Or is it posse, like Spurge people spell it?
Sorry, I don't know this word.
This word doesn't count. Squad. Sexual predators.
What?
Team sports, I don't know. Coach.
Oh, I see.
Team squad group. Team players. No, player. Coach. Team. Triumph. Win. Competition.
Gold.
Tourney. Huh. We're close.
I know.
Championship score. Pro. Strong. Wise.
Intelligent.
Sexist. Okay, so it's definitely not sexist. Contextus said that wasn't sexist. I can't type. You have to continue to hold it.
It's hard. It's hurting my wrist.
Wrist.
It's just not an easy job.
I mean, you can hold it higher up on the thing. It'll be easier. Oh, but you don't want it. Here we go. Laugh. So much fun. Contexto is so much fun.
We're so close.
Fun.
We're 10 away.
Squad. What up, squad?
Homies?
You're my team. You're my homies. You're my friend. You're my friend who I play with.
We're in the same league. Same
league.
Group? Do we do group?
Yeah. We're in the same
Elite?
Rugby. Score. Rugby. Oops. Rugby. Oh, leather. I think I already did court.
Field, I already did.
Mm-hmm.
Player, team, squad. What's another? Like, keep going up from squad. It's hard. I don't know another way to describe like
There's
a group.
no I in team. Come on, guys.
I don't know another way to describe a group of people. Wow. Now we're getting further away.
Interesting. Players. League coach 3-4-7-5 6-man 2. Position. Quarterback. Low. My dad let me run track. I would beat this already.
Yeah, you would have known.
It's my trauma is keeping me from this. Brandon has nice shoes.
He can run fast.
He runs fast. Oh no, I'm devolving. My trauma has devolved me. I can't. I'm so slow. Outcast. Pain. Trauma. Daddy, let me play. Oh, fuck. That's funny. Athletic. Let's check for solutions. Oh, fan. Stadium jersey. Televised. Man.
It's got to be with a group, I think.
Yeah.
It's like more of a group word. Like like a name of a group. Like they're called a squad. They're not called a collaborate. Like I think it's...
Yeah, okay.
Well, I think it's more in that direction. I'm just trying to explain what
I'm don't stifle my creativity. There are no wrong answers.
Except there are. Except that's all
Why don't you love me?
have on the board. Wrong answers.
Squad, team, player, league, coach 347.
What's another way to describe a group of people?
I don't know. That's what I'm also trying to think of.
Well, let's think about it. Let's look at each other.
I am thinking about it. I'm thinking about it, and I'm staring at this little box that says type a word, and it's hunting me. We make such a good team. We're members of the team.
Members is
and,
good.
We have a manager that's God. Goals, squad goals.
Oh, was goals on there?
Pride.
Like a gaggle?
Gang. A gaggle.
Like a gaggle of birds? I don't know. Group? Like a herd?
I think it's people.
Well, it's 2024, right?
See, I think it's less of a herd and more of a squad. I think it's probably just in that direction.
Don't stifle my creativity.
Stifle creativity.
This is hard.
I know. It's not normally... Okay, we can get a hint.
Really?
Let's get a hint, and it'll be the number 5. It'll give us number 5. What the fuck is that?
What's that mean?
Capped?
Captain?
Capped. What's capped? Oh.
Got it.
Oops.
Wow. It's captain.
Wow.
I would have never gotten capped.
No. That's crazy.
Cool.
Let's see what the other words were. Skipper.
Oh,
Lieutenant.
crew.
Crew. Capped. Colonel. 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 What's colonel? Admiral. Commander. Ship. Squad.
Oh,
yeah.
We were supposed
Pull
to
up
be on
your
a
squad car.
We were on the boat
Sailor.
or something.
Yeah, we were in sports.
Pirate.
But this is like Starfleet. Is number 82.
Yeah.
Squadron.
Kirk.
Hey, Capt. I didn't know Capt was a word.
Me either.
Must be short for captain.
Cool.
That was kind of a lucky hint.
Yeah, for sure. 100% lucky.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Next.
That was
How'd you guys
do? Did you guys think of Capt? What did you think?
Capped. That was a freebie. All right. I don't know. We'll see how we do. Where the heck is Emil?
This looks wrong.
Reload.
There we go. All right. We're looking
Okay.
for...
You can hold your own microphone now.
Is there a way to
Spoiled.
zoom?
Boiled.
There is. I've seen... Oh.
War weapons. Okay, what do we got here? Your city's war weapons week. 8 million
pounds.
Effort.
£8 million effort.
Lend for victory.
Lend for victory.
Wow, if this isn't propaganda.
Spitfires. Is that a...
Are we in London?
Is that like a space thing? No.
No, it's a plane.
No, this.
Oh, that? But that's how much money they have. They need more money.
Oh, you're right.
From
you're
the people.
Right. Oh, and then who's this?
To fund the war.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know who anybody is.
Bald guy.
Oh, is something Union? What's there? Norwich?
Norwich New Union. Is that the Queen? I have no idea. I'm guessing this is probably like this is probably the UK.
Yeah, where's Norwich has got to be in there somewhere.
Oh, you think?
Here, you hold the microphone. You just need the keyboard now.
Oh, you're right.
You can hold your own mic.
You're right, you're right. I was thinking maybe like
I need
was thinking in like
Joe Herring.
Birmingham, but is this more like where's the like Queen and King and stuff?
London?
Is that
Wales?
Do you think they're in London?
I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
This is how we show how dumb we are.
I mean, it could be London.
This is the game that we shouldn't air.
Well, what if we just do London, and then I think this is probably like right, like in here or something.
Yeah, 40.
42.
Yeah,
lend for victory. Wait, lend for victory.
I know.
So maybe it's like more here.
Okay.
Let's try that. Oh, 40.
Oh, yeah, that's what
very
I
close.
said. I said 40.
Very close. And we were in Birmingham.
Perfect.
That's crazy. That's where I zoomed in.
Oh, really?
That's exactly where I zoomed in.
Well.
What? And then I went London.
You should have trusted your intuition.
It's like an American.
All right, next.
Such an American.
Wait, did we even read what happened? Crowd gathers.
Oh, sorry, I skipped it.
That's okay. All right, now what are we doing?
Now I'm trying to minimize this. Okay.
All right, so 70s, maybe. What's up there? At any time, no
loading 8:30 a.m. to midnight. This guy is nice.
Tweed. Jacket.
Maybe wool, huh?
Probably.
And then that looks old.
She's buying apples
in a basket. Yeah. Private property. I have no sense of where
I would say New York. Probably like a New York market.
What does that say? It's upside down.
Water or something.
I don't think I'm getting anything from that.
Cool. I don't know. Yeah. I would just say New York City, like 1970, or maybe it could.
Yeah, what do you think? You guys got guesses? You guys got guesses? You see more of this?
An outside market. Because see, it goes further down back there.
Yeah. I think it's a market. And then it's black and white. Do you have a sense of the time?
72.
Yeah, you think? Were they taking black and white pictures in 72? I just have no sense. Yeah, I guess this could be the 70s.
I don't know. Those
probably not the 60s, right?
Those big collars make me think it's the 70s.
And then you just think, we're in like New York City.
Yeah.
Do you think it looked this like run down?
I don't think it's run down. It's just boxes from the market. It's just apple boxes.
We're in New York, like just
Manhattan.
In Brooklyn. Okay.
Just pretty classic New York.
All right, let's just try this. Nope, we were in UK again. We were in London.
Funny.
That's where our last choice was. See, my intuition was right again.
Okay. 77.
That's funny. That was great at the time. That's funny. I first went to Birmingham, and then I'm one location behind.
Yeah,
so
that sounds about right.
In New York.
Exactly.
Wow, because I'm always behind. So
a little dig.
I was one step behind. Jane Birkin and Sergei Gainsbourg at a street market in London before the premiere of their film Jeton.
Oh, these are famous people.
Moi non plus. I don't know how to say that. Jeton moi non plus. Maybe something like that.
That was great.
Thank you. Okay. Books wanted.
So we can burn them. Books wanted. Give all you can. from your bookcase for our soldiers and sailors.
All right, so this was the famous book burning.
Yep. Yeah.
Here's the Tartarians.
Books for. I mean,
Books for our soldiers.
I would say
all of this knowledge that's now gone.
Yeah.
It's in the Smithsonian. Look, she knows what's up. She's like,
yeah.
I'm here, but I know what. I put my face on this.
Yeah. She's just given propaganda books.
Yeah.
It's all blank pages.
She's like, I brought the King James, but I left my real Bibles at home. I can just scroll. I was holding the button.
Oh, I think we're in London. Well, I don't know. Look at his military uniform. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Oh, but that guy looks very like hippie-esque. Look at him. He's got a fox.
That's a woman.
Oh, I thought that was a beard.
We spend too much time in spiritual community that we can't tell a man from a woman anymore. No, that is a woman.
I thought that was a beard.
That's very funny.
But she does have a fox around her. Okay.
Yeah, so it's all the ladies are bringing all their.
Look at their hats. They're dressed so cool.
Do you think this is America?
No.
No, the lion.
I mean, it could be New York. So then.
Yeah, I mean that'd be crazy, right?
Wait,
then I would
go back over here. Behind. What's over here?
That says blouse shop. Yeah, do these look like Brits? They look like Brits.
I don't know. I kind of think it's New York. I can't tell.
I mean, that'd be crazy if it was.
It wouldn't be that surprising
if it was 3 for 3 London, though, right? Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So maybe we should go.
Okay, try New York again.
It's gonna be London. Oops, I'm in the house. Yeah, where are you gonna go? Like.
Just do Manhattan again.
And then when was this? It's probably for the soldiers for the same time, right? Like, maybe earlier.
40. I would say 40 again, around there. Yeah, sure. Oh, we were way off.
And it wasn't New York.
Girls lining up to donate books to the American Library Association to be sent to American soldiers on the front. Oh,
World War One.
What the fuck are they doing? Reading? Shouldn't they be fighting?
World War One.
Those books were donated to soldiers? Yeah, right. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, so this was like shortly after the reset, right?
Yeah.
And we're still in like
exactly.
This is like I didn't know this happened. That's
I didn't either.
This fits right into the
narrative.
The reset. Yeah. This was what, probably like 1890s or something like that. 1912 or something is when things are starting to pick back up.
Yeah.
So this is like once the organizations are picking back up, we need your books.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
I know.
I had no idea.
That's wild.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
Next. Come on.
Hold on.
Why?
Because I realize I think I can take this and shrink it, and then it will work better. Right? Yeah, because then we can see more. Although I fucked it up a little bit, maybe too wide. Let me just get this set up. Because I think if it's more like this, then the pages will shrink to fit.
Okay. Cool.
That should be a little better for you guys.
Looks good.
Okay.
Our face is covering the picture. That's okay.
Just right now.
Okay. Next. Greece? Athens?
Colosseum. Rome.
Sure. Yeah, that's right. And I would say like 82.
Give them bread and circuses. Give them bread and circuses. Is this like Heart of Rome kind of thing? Like,
just sure.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter.
I mean, there's probably a little thing on it. It's not the Pantheon. Pantheon. Spanish steps. I'm sure this is so cool to walk around. I don't know. When do you think it is?
82.
Ooh, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was close enough.
Yeah, see? Perfect.
Up here.
That was great.
Oh, I wouldn't have found it anyway.
There's nothing there.
Oh, here we go.
Funny.
Coliseum. Oh, yeah. So this is the...
Oh, where the
Wait, I
picture was
literally
taken.
looked at this. I looked at Roman Forum. I almost dropped down right here. But then I just went for where it said Rome. That's funny. That's pretty cool. Okay, is that it? No, we have one more, right? Yeah, round 5 of 5. We have an abysmal score. And here it is.
Oh,
fuck.
Where is this
I don't
thing?
know.
This is famous.
Normandy. The Battle of Normandy. Flag goes up, but I have no fucking idea where this is.
Washington, D.C.?
No.
What do you mean, no? It's not there?
No.
How do you know that?
I just do. Oh, man.
Wait, so that statue is in Normandy? Is that what you're saying?
This is the Battle of Normandy. I think this is Battle of I just don't know where Normandy is. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, over there.
What do you mean?
It's like over in this area, isn't it?
Because when was this picture taken? Is this what, like World War II kind of thing? Like, is this like a...
Yeah, but the picture could be taken anytime.
You mean like propaganda?
No, I mean like legitimately. Like.
Oh, I see.
Like
but this is like the most famous war picture ever.
Oh, but this is the picture, not the statue.
Yes.
Oh, I was thinking it was the statue.
No. This is the actual original picture.
Oh, and they
this is shrapnel.
I love that they had
And
the photographer on site.
Yes.
I see. That's why I thought.
Do you know what I mean?
Sorry,
that's why I'm so confused
Washington,
because
D.C.
I don't know history very well. Like, is this Germany?
Normandy. Where's Normandy?
I have no idea.
I thought it was just over here somewhere. Like, oh, it needs to be on the coast.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Stick it down wherever. Well, we're gonna learn.
Yeah, and I have no sense at all.
And then probably
44.
Sure, 46. I don't know.
Yeah, 45.
Sure, you're probably right.
Yeah, spot on. But yeah, it's not even.
Where is it?
It's not even close. Okay, yeah, this is.
Oh.
Wait, what the fuck is? What is this?
Japan. Where's that?
Okinawa coast.
Raising.
Okay, so this is same war. Completely different spot.
Raising the flag on Iwo Jima is an iconic photograph of 6 United States Marines raising the U.S. flag atop Mount Suribachi during the Battle of Iwo Jima in the final stages of the Pacific War. Whatever. It's all made up anyway. I would have stuck it down in D.C.
Iwo Jima.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
6 United States. Okay.
I had no idea.
Maybe this isn't Normandy. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You were really confident though, so it was good. Your confidence is everything.
Thanks. Final score: 31,000 out of 50,000.
Oh no.
Not great. This is my least favorite game of all time. But that's okay.
But we're gonna get better at it.
Are we?
No.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
We're not.
Dang. Okay, you want to do some spell check?
Sure.
Okay, we can keep going for a little bit.
I'm still looking for Emil. He's still 0 on the helpful scale.
I know. Where's Emil? Oops. Okay, let's get started. Let's do the daily challenge.
All right.
Twinge. A noun meaning a sudden sharp stab. Drool. A verb meaning to secrete saliva in anticipation of
Right?
food. Raven. A noun
That's
meaning a
so
large,
Raven.
glossy black brick. A noun meaning a
He's got a brick in his pants.
wanted. A verb meaning to be needy or destitute.
He's bricked up.
The word originates from Middle English, which derived it from Old Norse
This is hitting all
vanta,
my trauma again.
wanted.
I just
a verb meaning to be needy or destitute.
Okay. Easy's easy.
Can they hear it?
I hope so. Yeah. Do you want me to turn off the music? I think it's fine.
Okay.
Chalk, a noun meaning a soft white, gray, or buff limestone. Expectorant, a noun meaning an agent that promotes the discharge or expulsion of mucus from the respiratory tract.
Mucinex
Broadly,
or
an antitussive.
at secondparadigm.com/shop.
Durango, a geographical name meaning state of North. Prolix, an adjective meaning unduly prolonged or drawn out. Too long. This word originated from Middle English, influenced by both Anglo-French and Latin. Prolix, an adjective meaning unduly prolonged or drawn out.
Prolapse.
Too long.
Prolix.
This word originated from Middle English,
Like this?
influenced by
heard
both Anglo-French and
I've
Latin.
never heard this. Whoa! Look at you.
Spelling bee champ.
Genius.
Suspicion, a noun meaning the act or an instance of suspecting something
we had
wrong.
Suspicious last time. Oh my god, we got all the rights in
I know.
Miriam.
I know. That's awesome. That's an accomplishment.
Rare.
It's an accomplishment. That's very good. I dig that.
Non-age, a noun meaning minority. The word originates from Middle English, combining Anglo-French non with age. Non-age, a noun meaning minority. The word
Nice.
Sweet.
Confucianism, a adjective meaning of or relating to the Chinese philosopher Confucius or his teachings or followers. Confucianism, a adjective meaning of or relating to the Chinese philosopher Confucius.
Okay, so I think this is this. Let me take out the. Is that no? Confucius. Right? Confucius. So Confucianism.
ISM.
It wouldn't be Confucianism.
Right. No, but I'm saying go back to the I and then.
Probably here. No, but that doesn't look right. Right? So it probably would be Confucianism. Right?
Listen one more time.
Confucianism, a
Yeah.
adjective meaning
That looks good.
Nope. Maybe it's an S.
humus, a noun meaning a brown or black complex variable material resulting from partial decomposition of plant or
This is,
animal matter
shilajit.
and forming the organic portion of
Or
soil.
fulvic
This word
from
originates
Costiva.
from New Latin and Latin, meaning earth.
Yeah, humus is it's the substance from which they extract the shilajit, and that's the fulvic acid. That's cool.
Proprioceptive, a adjective meaning of, relating to, or being stimuli arising within the organism.
Okay.
Derived from Latin proprius, meaning own, and English septive, as in receptive.
Jackpot.
Pretty
That was really good.
We're the spiritual teachers, and the only one we've gotten wrong is Confucianism. It's a fucking
Mackinaw, a noun meaning a heavy woolen blanket formerly distributed by the U.S. government to the Indians. Mackinaw stems from Mackinac, a trading post in Mackinaw City, Michigan. Mackinaw.
I would say the AW.
K-I. Mackinaw.
Here, hold it.
Confucian.
Kinaw.
Oh yeah. Fushi.
Oh, IAN.
A-N. Confucianism. That actually makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because this kind of looks like
Confuci-
Confucianism.
I mean, it's potato.
That's funny. Oh, maybe Confucius. Is Confucius with an A? I don't know how you even spell Confucius. Doesn't matter.
Wow,
pretty decent, though.
That was one of our
That
better
was pretty
rounds
decent. Yeah,
for
13
sure.
out of 15.
Mm-hmm.
13 out of 15 is pretty damn good. Wow. Okay.
How'd you guys do at home? We're all at home. We're safer at home.
Yes, much safer.
Okay.
Okay, what do we think? Are we doing connections?
Yes, I like connections.
We're going to try to place for us real quick. Oh, what?
Pictures.
It's not normally pictures. Emojis. This is new.
Yeah. Shit. Okay. Oh, jeez.
Like probably the foods, right? Like bacon, cheese, lettuce, and bread.
Okay.
I would imagine.
Yeah. All right.
Food slang for money.
Oh, get that bread, get that bacon,
funny.
get that lettuce. Get
good.
that green.
Oh, give me the T.
Get that cheddar.
The I, the truth.
Okay.
Give me that T.
Give me some brain.
Give me that brain.
Oh man.
Emojis that describe David channeling. Train. Yeah, this is hard. After this, after the food was easy.
Yeah.
Now this is like, I have no sense of what's happening. Shocked.
Run train on someone.
Yeah. Train. Saw. Sheep.
Oh. Scared.
Scared. What are scary things? Like a vampire? You think like vampire and alien goes together with
Saw.
scared?
And Saw.
And Saw.
Saw could be scary, like that movie.
I'm not confident about this, but it's, I don't know what else it would be. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
horror movies.
Horror movies. Oh, Alien.
Mhm.
And I don't know what else. Oh, and Saw.
Mhm.
Oh, the movie, the horror movie. Yeah, that's good.
And Vampire Diaries. I don't know. Transportation.
Run a train on me. Give me that tea.
Run a train on me. I don't know that you should be saying that.
Things that ladies say. Fly me to the moon.
Fly me to the moon.
I'll give you good brain.
That's not even real up in the sky.
She give me good brain like she studied at Cambridge. Lil Wayne. Forever in my brain. Sheep. B. Sheep C. Cloud. T. T must be like
Spill the tea.
Emil. What's up?
Emil, we've been waiting for you.
I know. We have just been failing miserably without you.
Yes.
I need your input. I know. I haven't seen this one out. I think this is the first time they've done this. B. I. Sheep.
What? You
I
moved him
shuffled them.
around?
Yeah. I. Plane. Rain. Plane, rain, train, brain.
Nice. Got it. And then what is the...
Sheep, T, B, I. I have no idea. Let's see.
Sting? Hot.
Letter homophones.
What are homophones?
I have no idea. Oops, not homophones. Continue. Each or two. Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm doing.
How come they can't see it?
Because it's not in. Each or two or more words having the same pronunciation but different meanings, origins, or spelling. For example, new and new. Homophones.
Oh, B.
So B and B, sheep and sheep.
Shep? Sheep?
Sheep. Lamb.
Lamb? Oh, yeah. Ba.
Ba.
Maybe.
B and B.
Yeah.
T and oh, letter. Letter. B.
So you? No.
C. T. And oh yeah, you.
You? Yeah. The female sheep. We learned
Wow.
that last time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow, that was great.
Well, we just got one more, and it's
Strands is hard.
which was like definitely the hardest one last time.
Maybe it won't be this time.
Definitely. It will be hardest.
Move us to the corner.
It was the hardest. Okay, yeah, probably just here, right? It's okay if I block this a little bit. Or I'll just come up here and then
It literally doesn't matter because we're only looking, we only care about.
I'll just drag it here and then we can see the chat anyway. Right. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll come in a little bit more. And there we are.
All right.
Looking great.
Let's see. What's our clue? Oh, what's so funny?
What's so funny?
Something full.
Gutter. What?
Oh, like there's a something full.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Cheerful or something. I don't know.
What's so funny? Oh, guttural?
Oh. Yeah, try that.
It doesn't work.
Oh, is there a laughter in here? L-A-U...
L-A-U-G... H. We just laugh.
Cool. I'll take it.
Shot, torch, tick, rotched. The rotch.
What'd you... Oh, chore.
Chore. Oh, I thought we had double O as a cartoon or something like that. I don't think so.
What do you guys got?
Be something in here. Like, do you know what I mean? Rotch.
Crotch.
You know. Crotch. That's how you spell it, right? That's how I've been spelling my crotch for a long time.
Tickle.
Tickle.
Emil's saying chortle. What the hell? I've never even heard of that. Thanks, Emil. That's why we needed you here.
We're here for our spelling bee. You missed our spelling bee.
Wait, I don't see tickle, Danny.
I don't either. T-K-L-E C-K-L-E Ickle. Huh.
Oh, she said never mind. Okay. Guts. G-U-T-S. Why are you frozen?
What, just guts?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just trying. Guttural?
That's not how you spell it. But I don't think I can spell it.
There's tit. Too short. You don't actually know these words, do you? You're cheating.
I don't think I can do the double C like that.
What do you mean double C? Oh, he's asking for double C.
Uh-huh.
Ruckus. Is that a word? But I don't know where it is.
What's so funny? Roar, hoot, laugh. the upper R.
R-A-U-C. What's so funny? Giggle, silly. Trying to think of other words that are. What did Emil say? I'm very surprised that didn't work. Oh. I know, I feel like they throw some curveballs in there. What?
Weird.
What's the word?
I have no idea.
I would have never gotten that.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, now we just use the F's. But yeah, Huffs would have been a good guess. I would have never. G-U-F-F-A-W. Just some Japanese words.
There has to be something in here. I-O-U-S.
Like a ruse? No.
Huh.
Titter? Oh, I guess tit was half right. Titter. And then what? L-E-K? Oh, like heckle?
It's so weird.
Checkle? Pickle? Lickle? Oh, we missed the H.
This is a weird one. That doesn't make sense.
Maybe it's the other way. Maybe it's L-E instead of E-L.
But for what?
No, not for lickle.
What for?
Chickle.
We can't do chickle. Chuckle?
Oh.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. Cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and hilarious.
Oh, good job.
That makes more sense. Hilarious.
Wow.
There we go. That's pretty good.
That was good.
Oh, I thought that was our time, but it's not.
No, I thought so too. It's not.
All right, very good, very good.
All right, make us big, make us big.
Ah,
That was awesome.
Not bad.
Thanks for playing, guys.
Maybe we won't do strands anymore.
Why? Is this too hard?
I feel like it's kind of boring.
I just think it's hard.
It
I don't
is
think
pretty
it's
hard.
boring.
You don't think it's boring?
No, what do you guys think? No.
I know. What are your favorites?
Yeah, tell us your favorites. We have Wordle, Contexto, Mini Crossword, Time Guesser. I don't care if anybody likes Time Guesser. I still want to keep doing it.
You do want to do it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
I don't really like that one.
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's like a word search, but it goes in all directions, which is kind of cool. And then it's all under a single theme. That's pretty smart.
Yeah, I like that one.
That was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I feel like there was one other thing we wanted to do. I can show you my favorite game if you want, but no, it's not a good stream game. Nerdle crossword.
Emil would like it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fun.
Sure.
I think it's so fun. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do one more.
You're gonna need me to hold.
Okay.
Hold the phone. Hold the microphone.
Okay, so this is classic Nerdle, and this is like Wordle, but you have to solve it with equations. And that's okay. But what I'm really looking for is cross Nerdle. This game, I can play so many of them. I just so thoroughly enjoy this, more than I should.
Can we get that ad out of there and make it bigger?
I don't know if we can get it out of there.
Oh, can we?
We could do like an ad blocker or something. Oh, wait, that works.
Perfect.
That's not bad.
Can you make it bigger?
Let me see. Yep. How's that? Now, is that too big?
No. No such thing.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's actually go over here. Moving all around. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Ready,
I
guys?
love this game.
I'm gonna need you to lock in.
Oh, and it's just difficulty starter, actually. So this is actually not a great example, but it's actually it's a decent example to show you how it works. So 2 minus 1 plus what equals 9, right? So it's 2 minus 1 equals 10, so it's 8, right?
Yep.
And then you have to enter the equals. Something times 1 equals something. Times 3. Blank, blank, blank equals blank. 8 blank equals.
There's probably an equals under the 7.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. 9 something something equals 50 something. This one has to be a single one, so it's probably this probably has to be
Minus?
Yeah, but then that would be -1 times 9, which can't be it. And 2 plus 3 is too big. It's 18. Oh, so it's actually 2 divided by 3 times 9. And then that equals what? Wait. Oh, no. That doesn't work. 27. 2 over 27, that definitely doesn't work. What am I missing here?
Wait, what's -1 times 9?
-9.
Oh, the negative is the superior.
Yeah, but it would actually be... This would actually be 2 minus 27, which would be -25, because it's PEMDAS. So you have to do the...
multiplication.
You have to do the multiplication first. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're looking at... Because 9 times 3 is 27. So we're looking at 27, and then 2 divided by doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense at all. I'm missing something. 29.
You can do that other one, 9 divided by 1. Right in the middle, yeah.
Oh, yep. Oh, yeah, that's good. So this one has to be 8.
Plus 1.
Plus 1. Mm-hmm. That's pretty good. Yeah, the equals has to be here, because these are already pre-filled. This one's confusing me.
I feel like I'm sometimes dumb, but not for games like this. I always feel like I do pretty decent.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I fall asleep to David playing this game.
Equals, so this actually has to be a number. So this is the thing here. So this must be plus, right? Because if it's, yeah. And this must be 47. And then this has to be 56. So then times 3 equals 6. So we're looking for 2. Yeah, see, that's what's weird. we're getting more information here. Because this has to be
+3.
Which means this has to be 3. Which means this has to be 6. So then now I'm just fucking confused. This actually must be this. Right? Because 2/3 of 9 equals 6.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why that was confusing the shit out of me. But yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Check. All work. That's Cross
Good
Nurdle. So they, the Cross Nurdles, I guess there's a daily, and today's the starter. So they go starter, light, tricky, difficult, expert, pro, and elite. And I normally play the pros and elites.
Normally, as in he just started.
Normally,
this
as in
past
I just started,
weekend.
yeah, very recently. But
It's
it's
Saturday
just
and
fun.
Sunday.
It's so fun. Okay, so let me see. I'm not gonna play this one, but I just want to show you what they look like because they're pretty fun. Let's just look at an elite. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
It takes a while.
I dig that. It does take a little while, and you just have to find out where the equal signs go, and then slowly work through it. And then you usually get stuck. Like this one's probably equals here because otherwise the equals have to start it, and you can't. Right, so you're just kind of you're working through like that, and it's surprisingly, it's surprising how much you can fill in once you keep going. So this one has to be 3 numbers, right? Because the equal's already here, so it's a 3-digit. So this one has to be like 400 and something divided by 3. So this is probably like 160 something. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
What do you guys think of that one?
Yes, it would, Amelia. You were right on.
There you go.
2 divided by 3 times 9 equals 6.
Good job.
Yeah, that's one of my faves. It's kind of like Sudoku, but I'm bored of Sudoku.
Can you make it bigger?
Boring, as Miriam says. Boring.
Boring.
Whenever I talk.
Whenever you talk.
Just when I use language that's not English.
That makes us zone out.
Yeah. Today we're going to talk about direct access into anchored being and essential radiance. Emil, you missed it. So earlier we were talking about how I'm simplifying things, like the levels of clearance are becoming the 3 phases of the intuitive journey. And all of the stage names are changing. It's just simplifying, which I am digging. Yeah. I'm digging it.
It's way easier.
Yeah, it's easier to conceptualize. Which then makes it easier to map to the experience. Because less cognitive power has to go into like, what the fuck is it called?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that again?
I know, I don't even use it.
Yeah. Which is fair. Well, that's pretty good. We had a pretty good stream today.
Yeah. That was a lot. I like ending with the dailies.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's a nice way to cool down. Cool down.
So you're so heated.
Yeah. Well, I am wearing a turtleneck and a jacket in front of a studio light.
Yeah.
So
it's warm.
I'm getting like not quite sweaty, but like I feel like I'm getting oilier.
Yeah, you're a little clammy.
Yeah.
You have a dewy look.
Yes. Yeah. It's my all natural look. You know, it takes a long time to look this natural.
Yes. A lot of hours in front of the blue light.
Yeah, the blue light.
I know. I got my Pop Toss glasses on.
No, they're pretty good. I think they're pretty cool.
I thought I looked a little bit retarded when I saw the last video when wearing these glasses, but I can hardly see myself because everything's so dark.
Oh, really? But you can see the screen when we're playing games.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's different. Like if I look at myself without these glasses on, with these glasses, it's very bold. They're very bold when you don't have them on. But when I have them on, they don't look as bold as they do when I
because you can't see the orange.
Right.
Yeah, you just see the frames.
Yeah, it just
and
looks
maybe
like
a little tint.
Yeah, it's a very light tint. But when I watched, or I didn't watch the last.
Yeah, it's like you got like a traffic light in your eyeballs.
Yeah, it's like very aggressive. So, is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think that was it. I mean, we walked through. What did we do at the very beginning?
Jehovah's Witness.
Well, yeah, we did the 3 phases of the intuitive journey, and then we went into talking about Jehovah's Witnesses.
Blew through that really quickly.
I know, because it's not even done. I'm excited about it, so I want to talk about it. But talking about it makes me realize that I'm fucking not even close.
Oh.
Like it just needs to be like workshopped more.
Yeah,
We got to talk
that's
about
fine.
even the like.
Well, I was thinking we would prepare a little more and have like the overlays and be able to show.
Oh, sure. I think that'd be fun, and we can like proper run through it.
Yeah,
we can proper run through it.
And then I think at some point, I mean, this is just me personally, but I want to do some videos, react videos.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
David's
I was
nervous.
looking into. Well, I just wanted to understand fair use and copyright and YouTube DMCA, and I haven't really. So
and
I
my
need to
thought
look
was like,
more
well,
into
let's just do it anyway and know nothing. And then if we get copyright strikes, then we'll just stop.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
That's not David's preferred method.
Well, so the thing is, like, if you do it often enough, people will lose their channel. Like, there are huge YouTubers that have lost their channel because
LoopTubers.
So how it works is these copyright strikes, the copyright people filing copyright, they have to file it manually, and most of the time they just don't. And then even when they do, YouTube kind of protects it if it's fair use. But there are YouTubers who have had like some sort of controversy or something, and then people try to cancel them, so they all start copyright striking them all at the same time.
Yeah.
To then get rid of their channel.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, not
that
that
would
we
be
really
a
have to
blessing.
worry about
We'd be
that.
going viral. If that were the
not
case.
that we really have to worry about that. But I just think I just want to do it somewhat right and know a little bit of what we're doing.
Yeah. I want to know.
And you don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't care.
I don't. Because what I feel is that like that's the only thing I want to do.
I know.
So it must be right in some way.
And I want to figure out the best way to do it.
It must be like good or true or something.
I think honestly that's where we're going, is we're going to be tearing apart a shit ton of ideologies just back to back to back to back to back. And I think it's kind of necessary.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because so many people are stuck in pockets of thought that, to me, from this vantage point of like, I trust my intuition 100%, over everything, and that's my relationship to God.
Except when I'm playing Time Guesser.
Except for when I'm playing Time Guesser, and then I'm one behind. But like from this place, I look out and people look stuck and like trapped,
very stuck
inside of these ideologies. And I mean, we've been having experiences recently of just talking. We talked to someone who we met recently about a whole thing. It's a big can of worms. But it was, I mean, he's such a bright and intuitive dude. And it was like some of the heaviest shit I've heard in a long time. And it's like, I don't know, it's like everything right now feels like it's trying to show us how much people are actually struggling. And I think I've become disconnected from that because I don't struggle really. Like I have hard times and my emotions go up and down, but I like don't care about my emotions, not like I used to. Like they don't impact my life. They don't take me for a ride. I still feel them, but they don't take me for a ride. And I forget that people's emotions still take them for a ride, and that their emotions and their whole belief system are hijacked. Like that's man.
It's also interesting to see how the spiritual context is integrated in other people's brains. Yeah. And how it's so like flawed.
Yeah, it's like all mismatched.
Yeah, and inaccurate and full of contradictions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fascinating to me because I'm like, wow, there really is no good spiritual map out there.
No, it's like a bunch of little. It's like you get a list of equations and you're like solving each one individually, and they all have different answers. But like, there's no overarching. Well, this is spirituality, and here's my worldview. It's just like, well, if you have a negative thought, clear, cancel. You know, it's like, oh, well, if you have a negative thought, go meditate, like go manifest, go, you know, it's like all of these, it's all of these separated things. And when you put them into a larger worldview, it's like, okay, well, like, is God retarded? Like what God would need you to do all of these things to take care of you? You know, like, does God hate you? Like, is this like a torture chamber? Like this version of God makes no sense.
That you would need to like
think perfectly.
Yeah. And not have any like limiting beliefs.
Yeah,
which I've never jived with that.
It's like, okay, so is God just like a neutral observer that just generates anything you want? Then that's not really God. So does God have no power? Like, are we the power? You know, it's like that gets a little dicey, doesn't it? Like you start to kind of look at the worldview and poke at it, and it's like, oh yeah, we don't have answers for that. It's just, this is just how you make money. You know, this is how you manifest your dream life. Like this is just the way it is. It's like right back to like, I don't know, like Catholic school asking questions and the pastor being like, I don't know, that's just how it is. Just, it's the Trinity. It's like an egg. You know, there's the yolk and the whites and the shell. It's like, I get your metaphor, but I don't believe that. That doesn't track in reality for me. Like, you got to give me, why should I believe that's reality? I get that there could be an egg in the sky and that the shell helps me with my prayers and the fucking yolk helps me with, you know, like, I get that.
Is that a thing?
And the egg white died for my sins, but what? But why? Like, why? Like, how?
Yeah, it's like a hodgepodge of all these different teachings.
Yeah.
Like, even I was listening to an Aaron Abke video recently, and that's at least for me, that's one that I would love to unpack with you. I think it'd be awesome.
That exact video?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was looking for things. Too.
And there were a lot of like things that made me be like, huh? But like, I think it's a very common place where spiritual people are. Like, it's like a perfect state of confusion, but like you almost think that maybe I'm just not getting it. And it's like, no, you're getting it.
Yeah.
You're getting it. And the fact that you are confused is that you got it, because you're right. This makes no fucking sense. Yeah. And he's like Mr. Law of One, at least what I can find. He's also like Mr. Course in Miracles.
Yeah, well, I guess he was raised Christian, and then he went on his own spiritual journey and started studying Eastern traditions, and then he's very into like, so he's like into like the yoga language. It's kind of just spirituality, you know, it's just hashtag spirituality across the board. But the main thing I think that he talks about and teaches is the Law of One.
Yeah, but it's missing so many pieces. And I do want to comment, and I imagine I will at some point, and just ask him like how he reconciles Don blowing his brains out.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, like, hey, can you answer this?
Yeah.
Because I think that's a great question, and I think that's a good thing to consider if you're going to teach that body of work.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, not a single one of his students has asked that in all these years.
I don't know if any of his students know that.
Definitely not. Because I don't think anybody's really read the Law of One except for you.
I'm the only one.
Well, because no one can get through it.
Because me and Jim the transcriber. Me and Jim have read it. The cock.
Jim's the cock.
He was married to her. He was married to Carla.
Yeah, after Don blew his brains out.
That's true.
Sounds like a very cuck thing to do.
Well, I mean, he didn't only blow his brains out. He was also tear gassed after a 5-hour standoff with the police, which to me is the crazy part. That's the crazy part.
The whole thing's crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm on this Law of One kick right now. So before we dive into like Lori Ladd, because I feel that's next.
That's fair.
Because I do want to do her book.
It feels like we're kind of building out our systems. Like, we can do a live book review, but then it feels kind of flat if that's all we do. And it feels like it's kind of a waste of effort a little bit of going through all of it.
I feel like we need to keep harping on it.
Yeah. So I think I want to do a condensed version of the live. I'll probably even just edit the live. I think that's coming at some point, but I think we should do the live reacts to the videos about the Law of One. And it doesn't even need to just be Aaron Abke. I think there's other people in other videos. Like, when you just search Law of One, there's a bunch of other people, and I don't even find Aaron Abke up there.
Funny.
Yeah. I don't know that he's the main one. It's just his main thing.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's kind of like a Teal Swan. Like, he just had Teal Swan on.
Yeah, I saw that.
He and her feel so similar.
I know. And
it's mind-boggling.
They say that to
feel.
Each other. Like, how they're on the same page.
Yeah, they also kind of look the same. Like, if they were like, we're siblings, I'd be like, that makes sense.
They have a very similar energetic and physical look too.
Yeah. Do you think her actual name is Teal Abke? She just goes by Swan.
She had a name change.
Yeah, or maybe his real name is Aaron Swan.
Aaron Swan.
They're like cousins or something. But yeah, they did a thing recently, and they feel and speak and have very similar ideologies. So I don't know. There's
I got
more
confused in their talk because I don't think they were talking all about polarity.
I know. I wanted to pull out that clip, and maybe we still will. It has nothing to do with the Law of One is the thing, but it was about polarity, and I just thought it was the weirdest way of making sense of it.
Funny, you saw it too.
I watched it today because I was looking through Aaron Abke because I know you want to do this.
Yeah.
I want to find like the actual clips that we'll watch.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to like kind of dive in blind. Like I've listened to bits and pieces of different things.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. That's fair. I think we
like
could probably
blind
do that.
reacting. I think a little
We could
better.
probably do that. I don't think I want to do that today though.
No.
I'm
hell no.
Wiped out.
Me too. I feel exhausted.
Jehovah's Witness wounds.
Yeah.
Just dug into my heart so bad.
The J-Dub wounds.
No, I guess I feel okay about everything. It just sucks.
I mean, it's definitely a big conversation to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to realize like what you left and what you won't go back to and the reasons why and what you believe now. And
yeah. Hey, you're kicking our camera a little bit. It's not an earthquake. It's Miriam's toes.
Not yet. Not an earthquake yet. Not till next Monday.
Oh, yeah. Not till the eclipse. That's when we'll have the big one.
Man, unfollowing all those fucktards on the internet has been so good for me.
It's good.
I just must say. Yeah.
We'll probably do a truth or review very similar to how we're doing the Law of One. There's a bunch of things we want to get into. I also want to read like some atheist books. Like I would actually love to reread Richard Dawkins' The God Delusion. And like there's another one down there. I just bought the book because it was at a thrift store. It was like $1. I think it's Chris Hitchinson, something like that. I forget what his name is. Something like that. But like
yellow cover.
There's God in the title. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
I forget what it is. Sam Harris, I think, would actually be the best out of all of them.
I could see
Sam Harris waking up.
I could see
because
Sam Harris review.
He kind of has like his own spiritual in quotes framework that I think would be interesting to explore more.
When we were like, I think we were at dinner or downstairs eating dinner, at dinner, I don't know. We were talking about spirituality and like what it looks like today, like the current iteration of spirituality. And like, I want nothing to do with #spirituality.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I was like, we're like spiritual atheists because I feel like we're massively offensive to every single pocket.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah, I think most people who really liked their ideology wouldn't like us.
Right.
Yeah, but I think people who are in all of these ideologies and don't like the ideologies would love us because we'd be able to sort through all the shit.
Mm-hmm. I know. Yeah, just untangling from all those rule sets is really freeing.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing them for what they are.
Yeah.
It's important.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed.
I know.
Tomorrow at noon Eastern, I'm going to be channeling in Members Plus. So we have Live with B tomorrow. And then on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern, we have office hours. So all the details for that are in the community. Office hours is also live channeling with B, but in a small group setting.
In a Zoom setting.
Mm-hmm. In a Zoom setting with like kind of one-on-one hot seat style. We go around and do that.
The Members Plus community is $30 a month, and
members is $20 a month.
And Live with B is $47.
Office hours.
Oh, office hours are $47.
I think that's what they are. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm.
We don't know.
Yeah, members is where all of our channel docs are. So that's kind of like the way we have things set up is essentially we have members, and right now it's just if you just go to members.secondparadigm.com, whether or not you're logged in, you can see all of our posts that are open. So that's where we have all of our updates, all of our posts. That's where we're posting stuff. But then inside of it, we have the Pulse, which is a monthly meditation, which is coming out pretty soon. Then we have members, which is all of our channel docs, and that's kind of like the first tier into our body of work. And then we have Members Plus, which also has the live channelings with
second edition
docs. So it's more docs.
It builds on top of everything that's already in members.
Yeah. So we usually say to start in members.
For sure.
But if you want to come to live events, you could always jump into Members Plus. And
if you do Members Plus, you get the magazine shipped to your house.
Yeah, physical magazine. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or you can just get the magazine and not join anything.
Yeah, which is $20 a quarter. And we're thinking about doing an annual subscription to the magazine. We just haven't done it yet.
It was a new thought today.
We just talked about that today.
Outside.
Yep.
On the patio.
Yeah, we could probably do like a discounted annual magazine. But right now it's $20 a quarter.
Yep.
And they are nice.
And they are late.
Yeah, they are nice and they are late. They are late.
We ideally would have had it on your doorstep today.
Yeah.
But we haven't even gone to the publisher because we haven't even made it yet.
Yeah, I know. It's stuck, and I don't know why. I think it's because we're reworking everything. And I feel myself just generally getting more comfortable with the idea of being who I feel like I'm being asked to be, which is the most spiritual fucking sounding sentence of all time. But I just feel like I'm getting more comfortable
with who I'm being asked to be.
Yeah, fuck. Words come out of my mouth. But those words do mean something to me.
In my transformational journey.
Yeah. You know, coming
can
out
you
of
emerge as a butterfly?
Chrysalis.
Yeah. We need some interpretive dance from you, David. When you're ready to emerge.
First, I was cocooned, and I'm coming out of my shell anew. I don't have much. I don't know much theatrics.
I know. I was gonna say you could like unzip and like give us a moment.
I know, that's true.
You can give us a moment.
Yeah, it could have been a moment. You could have got some body rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, put some voices.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a nipple would pop out. You never know.
You never know with you.
You never know with me.
Oh gosh, that's
God.
good. That's really good. Yeah. No, I get it. I feel similar.
Yeah, I mean what it has to do with, and it's the same theme as rewriting all of the second paradigm. Not rewriting, just simplifying all of it. Is I feel like for a while we felt like we're done pushing the edges of this work.
Yeah, basically since the incubator ended.
And now we have to like bring the beginning of this work out, and
which I've been
kind of dreading.
I was dreading up until recently. Until I showered a few days
I'm
ago.
getting on board with it. I'm getting on board with it. But that's why the realizations are hitting so hard of where people actually are and how thick things actually are. And even just thinking back to where I was 10 years ago, I'm like, fuck.
I know,
like
people are really stuck right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, ultimately, that's the thing, right? Is we have to be able to point people to God and their real-time personal connection to God, because that's the thing that actually gets us anywhere. Everything else is just nonsense.
Garbage. Mm-hmm.
Everything else is just $20,000 in debt from a coach that you forget everything.
I'll take every penny you have.
I'll take every penny you have in order to help you, David. I was like, wow, that's great.
Wow, thanks.
Wow, you have no money blocks, man. That's fantastic. If I could only be such a fucking dick as to talk the way you talk, I'd make so much more money.
Oh, nuts.
This is going to be Visa?
4477
Expiration for 2023.
All right, and the CVV on the back?
Yes. 322. All right, yeah.
All right. And the zip code?
So that first payment will be $3,500, right? Okay, that's fine. That's like 90% of what I have, but like you're gonna help me make so much money that it like doesn't even matter. Fuck. So
that's okay.
I mean, if that's where I was, then you know.
And that wasn't even 10 years ago.
No, that wasn't even 10 years ago.
I know. I get it.
It's wild that we've ended up in this place that we have. I feel actually free.
I know. I say that all the time.
I feel actually fucking free from everything.
I know. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. All right. On that note, thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Yeah.
We will see you in the community, and we'll see you on our next live. I think we'll do the Reacts live pretty soon, so be on the lookout. Bye.
Bye. Maybe like Thursday or something.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have an HOA meeting on Wednesday, and we also have Live with B on Wednesday. Double stacked.
I just want to. There we go. Oops.
And normal world happenings.
I wanted it just to fade out.
Oh yeah.
But now it's just black.
How do we do a fade out?
We go to a blank screen, and then we go to fade, and then I'm gonna go back here. This is where our music was. Now we're back. And then now we'll see you later.
That's the face.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.